Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to tell you how I used Dave Ramsey's Debt Snowball to catapult my investment success. So when I was 20 years old, I married the love of my life. We were young and in love and up to our ears in debt. But before we got married, we had gotten together with a group of friends for something called Financial Peace University. And if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Now, at this time, I was already familiar with Dave Ramsey, and I had actually read his book, Financial Peace, at the age of 14. And that probably played a huge role in why I wasn't further in debt than I actually was. For instance, I decided not to take out $100,000 in student loans to go to Savannah College of Art and Design, and instead, much to my father's chagrin, I opted to help a friend of mine start a business. So in the first year of marriage, we actually didn't make any headway in paying off debt, but we did have our first son, Jace. In the second year of our marriage, my wife got very sick. She was coughing up blood every single day and no doctor could tell us why. But what had become very clear to us was if we didn't figure out what was wrong soon, she was going to die. After 6 months of frantically searching and praying and trying everything, my wife was finally diagnosed with a very rare lung condition that's caused by something called aspergillus. The good news was that even though she had to have a major surgery, she was going to be okay. After the surgery, it took her a couple months to recover, but after that, we both became very serious about getting out of debt. I was able to take on some extra work and we lived extremely frugally. My wife was fully on board with everything that I wanted to do, and she was every bit as passionate about it as I was. So on our third anniversary, we had a choice. We could either go all out and celebrate, or we could take a romantic trip down to the post office and put that one last payment in the mail that would finally make us debt-free. So we chose a trip to the post office. Now, with the Debt Snowball, you pay the minimum payment on all of your debts, except for the smallest debt. And you take any extra money that you have and you put it towards that smallest debt, regardless of interest rate. And after you pay off that smallest debt, you take all of the money that was allocated towards paying it off and you move that to the next smallest item on your list. So as you pay off each individual debt, the amount that you can pay towards the next line item grows larger and larger, and that's why it's called the Debt Snowball. The reason that you start out with the smallest debt and not the debt with the highest interest rate is because the psychological benefits of knocking out an entire line item provides you with a mental win that motivates you to stay on a budget and continue paying off debt. Now, in order to allow this snowball to keep growing after you've paid off your debt, you need to switch gears towards investing with that money. And how well you invest that money will determine how fast and how large that snowball will grow. So for me, whereas in the first 3 years of marriage, I was able to pay off all my debt, in the next 3 years of marriage, I was able to create for myself a constant stream of passive income that covered all of my monthly expenses. It started with the purchase of a rental property that cost me $9,500 to buy and $5,500 to rehab. That rental property earned me $6,000 a year. So I added that $6,000 to the snowball and kept on investing. And with each successive house, that snowball grew larger and larger. So now, if I decide to take a month off to go on vacation or start a new business or just sit on the couch and watch TV, I can do that because every month the bills are paid. And that is how Dave Ramsey's Debt Snowball catapulted my investment success. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If it motivated you in any way, please like, subscribe, and email it to a friend. And if you're still trying to figure out how you can best create a passive income for yourself and retire young, I've got you covered. Click the link below to download your free copy of the Investor's Blueprint and finally get a clear-cut guide to how you can build a steady monthly income for yourself and create a carefree life.